And it's going to be a messy afternoon on our hands across KELOLAND, whether it's rain, snow, both, or just a dreary, windy day altogether. 40s for highs for some, 30s the farther west you go. That's also where you have that better opportunity for some heavy, wet snow coming down for the rest of the day. We do gradually quiet down as we head through the night, lows dropping into the 20s. Then we have a nice run of weather on our hands. We'll talk about that coming up, but Midday in KELOLAND starts right now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, Midday in KELOLAND.
Several Sioux Falls elementary students spent their day off on the ice. Plus,
as storm systems move through the area, officials hunker down the container ship Dolly to ensure it doesn't cause further damage. I'm Nicole Skanga in Baltimore with the latest on the wreckage removal and efforts to reopen the channel.
good afternoon and thanks for having us in. Authorities are responding to a serious crash on Interstate 29 involving injuries. The crash is in the northbound lanes north of Sioux Falls near Baltic. Traffic is backed up, so the Minnehaha County Sheriff's Office is asking drivers to avoid the area if possible. We have a news crew on the scene and we'll let you know if there are any updates. Sioux Falls police are currently searching for a missing 13-year-old boy. Anthony Kiggins was last seen near Madison and Kiwanis. He's wearing a black hoodie with gray sweatpants. If you have any information or know where Anthony is, please contact the Sioux Falls Police Department. In weather, it hasn't been that nice out there today, but it's looking to warm soon, huh, Adam?
Yeah, we are not getting off to the best start to April. Let's just basically call it what it is. It's been a mess, but we do have some nice weather to talk about after we get through today. Case in point for that mess, there's downtown Sioux Falls. We do have some heavy slushy snow on the ground, but it's also mixing in with rain on occasion, so it has just been a miserable day to be outside. 36 in downtown Sioux Falls with a northeast wind at 14 miles per hour, but then you compare that to what they have to the west. There's winter. 32 with a north wind at 9 miles per hour. We have been seeing some heavy, wet snow out that way. They actually have winter weather advisories in place for portions of south central and then western KELOLAND as well. We'll get to that in just a moment, but just know that we are dealing with some less than ideal conditions, both in terms of the weather and the roadways as well. Please be careful if you absolutely must be out and about. We're right around freezing in Winter and Chamberlain, both at 32, 33 Mobridge, 37 though for Yankton, 36 here in Sioux Falls, 32 Watertown, 36 Aberdeen, 28 in Spearfish, and a bit milder, if you want to call it that, in Rapid City. They're at 31. Pretty breezy East River as well. A north by northeast wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour in many locations. Not as windy, though, out to the west. So there's satellite and radar. We'll just start zoomed out for the entirety of the region. And you can see where we have that heavier snow still falling from Pierre to Winter over into Mission, Kadoka, Wall, Rapid City, and extending about as far north and west towards Spearfish along I-90. Meanwhile, notice that pink line just north of Sioux Falls cutting through Del Rapids. There's our rain snow line. And rain underneath that, snow up toward Madison into Brookings and even toward Mitchell as well. We are seeing some flakes mixing in with that rain here in Sioux Falls as well. But like I said, it's a mess. We have a winter weather advisory until noon Mountain Time today for areas to the left of that yellow line. So that's northern Oglala, Lakota County, Pennington County, including Rapid City and Wall, southern Meade County, Lawrence County, including Spearfish, and the eastern fringe of Custer County. To the right of that line, it's a winter weather advisory until 4 Central, 3 Mountain Time today. That includes the likes of Kadoka, Mission, and Winter, where we'll see several more inches of accumulating heavy snowfall before all of this eventually gets on out of here. We do have improvement. It's just going to be a matter of getting there. Until we do, though, we do have to contend with a messy April Fool's Day and a pretty chilly one as well, with highs only in the 30s and low 40s, the latter more likely down to the south and east, where we'll be on the warmer side of that rain snow line. Some 40s also up to the northeast, where they stay mainly dry outside of a couple of rain and snow showers toward Watertown, Huron, and Miller. And out to the west, we'll also see 30s, but a better chance for snow through the rest of the afternoon. We'll talk about your full 7-day forecast, which does get better, coming up in a little bit.
All right, thank you, Adam. Coming up in tonight's on KELOLAND, we're going to take you to Wagner, South Dakota, for a look into what Recovery Warrior Talk is all about. Here's Leon Flying Hawk, founder and host.
We bring in people that have been in recovery, are just starting their recovery, are trying to get into recovery, anything that has to do with recovery.
The focus is recovery from drug addiction. Coming up tonight at 10, I'll have much more for you from Flying Hawk, and we'll take you inside the Recovery Warrior talk show as it's being recorded. A number of elementary and middle school students in Sioux Falls spent their day off on ice. The Sioux Falls Figure Skating Club hosted a Schools Out skate at the Shields Iceplex. The event included activities, crafts, and games, both on and off the ice, with encourage the kids to wear their favorite flower or superpower outfit.
All the kiddos who are here are a blast to play with. We've been doing bingo, we've been learning, we've been playing with bouncy balls. I really try to get all of their energy out and let them be very carefree on these days.
We'll hear from a parent about why they brought their child to the Schools Out skate tonight on First at 4. Workers have begun cutting the wreckage of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore into pieces in their effort to reopen the city's port after last week's catastrophic bridge collapse. Nicole Skanga is in Baltimore with this report on what is now a 24/7 operation.
Steel beams once vital to the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Maryland, now surgically cut into pieces, part of a complex wreckage removal operation.
It is a mangled, cantilevered mess.
Colonel S.D. Pinchason, unified commander of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, says crews will scan an underwater superstructure of concrete and twisted metal after each cut.
They're very careful that they're not going to send divers or equipment in without knowing for sure. They're reducing the risk by not guessing.
The bodies of 2 construction workers have been recovered. 4 other victims are unaccounted for and presumed dead. The U.S. Coast Guard is now marking clear sections of the channel, possible passageways for smaller ships. U.S. Coast Guard Captain David O'Connell.
I anticipate, smaller draft commercial vessels, maybe some small tugs in the next few days.
With storms moving into the area, the container ship Dolly is being held down by 4 anchors attached to its stern, plus a tug. Officials call that a precautionary measure to ensure that the container ship does not swing out, causing further damage. As the investigation continues, we're learning more about the actions taken by police moments before the collision.
They are heroes. They truly are.
The head of the Maryland Transportation Authority Police Union credits 3 officers for their quick measures to stop traffic, saving dozens of lives.
Had these officers delayed even seconds longer, more people would have died.
He says there were at least 25 to 30 vehicles lined up behind each officer when the bridge collapsed. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Baltimore.